Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today, oh boy, do we have some juicy crypto news to cover. I mean, the entire crypto market has been moving down. I think you guys most likely have updated yourself about that. I mean, right now, Bitcoin at 35,000, Ethereum at 2,400, and BNB at like 350 bucks. XRP sitting at a whopping 58 cents. And I'm also seeing some problems with the recording software. I can't really stop that, unfortunately, but hopefully it's going to be all right. Man, oh man, was this a interesting dump. Let me tell you guys exactly what is going on. So long story short, guys, the majority of articles that you're seeing throughout the interwebs are actually right. And for some reason, it's not loading so properly. I'm not sure what's going on with the MacBook here, but basically, the entire market is crashing. And I don't mean cryptocurrency market. I mean everything is crashing. Literally everything is going on right now. So if you check TradingView, which I wanted to show you guys just now, you can see that the S&P is down 2%, but the NASDAQ is down 3%. And 3% down for an index like that, that's a severe dump. So what happened to crypto? Well, we've actually shown it a couple of times before. We might be able to open up a chart here if the computer is going to allow for us to do that. And what we'll be able to see then is that the S&P and Bitcoin usually move in unison. So they basically have a almost exact correlation, which is pretty interesting. Of course, right now it's Saturday, so the stock market is closed and it can't fall any further. But it wouldn't be too crazy that if the stock market set a negative precedent, that crypto kind of moves on like that. And so the bigger questions that we should be asking everybody and asking ourselves is, what is going to happen to the general just market of everything? Basically, it's not really too much about what's going to happen to crypto. I've actually been reading quite a lot about what Michael Saylor is doing and what El Salvador is doing and whatnot, and generally speaking, those guys are still quite bullish, which I like, because at the end of the day, I'm still holding on to my crypto. I'm not going to sell. But guys, put in the comment section down below if you're actually thinking about selling all your crypto, or if you've actually exited some or everything. Just pretty interested to see who's still on it and who's actually lost their faith or belief in the crypto bull market. And I guess there's really a big difference as well between having lost faith in the bull market and actually selling all your coins because of it. Because when I'm thinking about it, I guess you could still think that we're in a bear market or in a a bear market, and yet you can still hold on to your coins. So it's not really one-to-one. But as we can see here, guys, I'm so sorry that things are a little bit slow. I'm not exactly sure why that's the case here. I think it has something to do with my ports on the MacBook Pro. But we have ordered a new one, I believe. I think I got that put in. I think so. If not, most likely a week or two we'll have another one, because I just can't handle this, man. This is so annoying. So yeah, what I wanted to show you, and it's actually a little bit more improbable or not optimal to show it in this sense here. But usually what you're pretty able to see is how they follow each other quite significantly and how the pattern is quite similar. The only problem is, guys, is that, again, this shows a 24-hour chart, and the stock market just stops at a couple of different points, basically. So it's not exactly the same thing. But generally speaking, they move in some unison. And that's where we also found out, basically, that that's what was causing Bitcoin to dump early. And I actually made a video about this a little while ago. Hopefully you guys checked it out. So yesterday we did an interview with BitBoy. I think that was very interesting. I hope you guys watched that. But what we've also done is make a warning. It's not necessarily my warning. It's actually from this, I forgot his name actually, but make sure you just check that video out, because basically in there we also mentioned what you should be going for, what you should be doing, what you should be looking for right now. And the most important thing, if you ask me, this is not financial advice, this is just my own opinion, not financial advice, just my own opinion, is that we should be looking for fundamentally good coins to buy right now. If you're not looking to get out of crypto, which again, I'm not doing myself, what I have done is I got myself quite a couple of juicy crypto, and I went for the most part yield farming, basically. So we locked our money up, our crypto. That's going to get us a percentage every single year, because you got to remember, one Bitcoin is still one Bitcoin. One XRP is still one XRP. One USDT is USDT. It's this. I can't really make stories about that one. But generally speaking, one crypto coin is still going to stay the same coin regardless of time that passes by. And it kind of feels like as long as we don't sell, we don't lose. That's kind of the thought process I have right now. As the entire market of everything is crashing, what do you want to go for? The dollar? I don't even think the dollar index is actually doing too well. Let's quickly check that out, because I think some of these articles are talking about that. Why everything is crashing. Cryptos, global stocks, currencies, commodities, etc. Better to hold cash and avoid debris. Let's quickly see how the the USD index is doing. You can also check it out over on TradingView, because I actually did not check that out. I'm just thinking about it now. We've seen quite a lot of different pieces around the world suggest that things. Okay, so dollar is up a little bit. Wait, euro dollar, dollar yen. So the euro in dollar is actually up. What is the dollar on its own? Because I mean, this is representative for euro mostly, but not for both. We don't really know what that did, but generally speaking, every single thing is going down except for euros denominated in dollars. Yeah. Too bad. I'm kind of unsure why they didn't put a full. Maybe I'm just missing it actually. Could be as well, guys. I'm also looking with my freaking. I'm looking like this, you know. This is how I'm looking at it right now. I mean, you can now see that I'm actually looking at the screen. That's a big problem. And also, this is the first time I'm actually doing like a little video during the whole news talk. It's like the first time I'm trying something out. Just let me know in the comment section down below if you actually enjoy it, and just press the like button or dislike button. No, wait, I can't see the dislikes anymore, can I? Just press the like button if you enjoy it. And let me know in the comments, because I'm checking out what you guys are saying about it. But generally speaking, hopefully you understand that this is not a moment to panic. Because if you're panicking, that basically means you're panicking about the entire market just now collapsing. But that also means if you're a home buyer, homeowner, whatever, you should be scared. If you have any loans of any sort going, you should be scared. If you have any currency for that matter, actually anything, you should be scared. So that's the way you want to live about these things. Go right on ahead. But things are in a bad position right now. It's not crypto. It's every single thing. You'll see fear. There is. It's just logical right now, because every single thing is going down. It's just a bad day for the entire markets, for every single thing out there. Sailor and the El Salvador guys are staying bullish, because that's the only thing you can do. That's the only thing you can stay. As I said before, if you can cash out, you might get lucky. But right now, first of all, it's a pretty late point to cash out. Because what was the best scenario then? If we cash out right now, the price is going to drip further, but you're going to cash out to dollars, or what else? Because you can go for dollars or euros or for whatever. We know for certain that that's going to go down 7% a year. It's theoretically speaking possible that even if you have dollars and whatnot that you think are safe, that you're actually going to be worse off in the end, which I often like to tell people. I've also seen Elon Musk kind of say something about, this is not actually about the crypto market. He said something about the NFT feature over on Twitter. Twitter is spending engineering resources on this BS, while crypto scammers are throwing a spam bot block party in every thread, which is obviously true. I'm not exactly sure why Twitter is not really prioritizing things properly, but generally speaking, guys, hopefully you all understand right now that it's not just crypto. It's literally everything that's going down. Now, why is that the case? We covered a couple of times now why it might happen. There's a long story about it, and there's a short story about it. So the long story is, well, now this is a short story first. Short story is there are quite a lot of really important political things going on right at this second. And I think 2 days ago, the Thursday, right, I covered that in my warning video. There was one specific announcement from a company that had a really negative something going on. That's why the NASDAQ had a little bit of a dip because of it. And the longer story is, well, you can see here a couple of different parts, right? We have the interest rates, apparently. We've covered that 1,000 times. Not really sure exactly what that would be today. Out of all days, why today then things crash? But that's generally speaking what's keeping things pressured. Apparently, we have helicopter money. In the way I see it, we're seeing this as all the handouts, right? So all the, I guess it kind of comes over with interest rate and inflation, but it's kind of all the handouts and all the stimulus that have been given. And in the same sense, again, we have interest rate, which coincides with inflation, which coincides with helicopter money, but it's all basically the same thing. But that's obviously what's causing things to do bad right now. But more importantly, laggy a little bit. It's because things were doing so bad before that I think things are, or doing so good before that I think things are doing bad right now, if that makes sense. The fact that the markets were just exploding and we made new all-time highs, new all-time highs, new all-time high, I think that's a higher probability that just because that happened, basically, that we're seeing some lower prices right now. It's just like the logic that I can kind of deduce. But yeah, I'm also seeing a couple of articles talking about Russia's new plans, which are negative, and I saw a couple other small little countries being negative, but I'm just not honestly sure that could be the main culprit behind this. I think it's more so the bigger facts that are just catching up. And what I saw a couple of other articles state was that it's just exhaustion and heavier manipulation, in the sense that exhaustion you can kind of relate to the fact that After a little while of just trying to keep the price up for a Bitcoin or for a stock or for anything, after a while you give up. But also, after one point or another, the people who are trying to keep it up, they just get overthrown by some of the forces that are heavier at manipulating at that point. So can we call this move manipulated? Well, it just depends on how you view it. There's not necessarily one specific thing we can point to and say that's what caused it today. We can look at a couple days earlier and see what crashed the Nasdaq before, and well, it's logical that things are crashing right now because of just the way that things go in the world. So a crash needs to happen every here and there. Crypto market or crashed because of the stock market and whatnot. That's what we've been seeing for the last couple of weeks, so it's quite logical. And at the end of the day, we can't say it's a manipulated move because crypto doesn't have to move in this exact same fashion, nor do the stock markets, because why all of a sudden now? But that's all for yourself to determine. The Fed is not it today, or any of those sources are not it today, at least for the most part. If there's something else which I'm finding, guys, I'll share it with you. And we have a very big video coming on Ripple and XRP and all that stuff coming out later today. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you check back on the channel in a couple of hours from now. And make sure you subscribe for more daily crypto content, guys. I'm just trying to find out everything. I'm just looking everywhere throughout the interwebs, and this is all that I could find for right now. So I think that is all the info you need to have. And again, put in the comments down below if you're still holding or if you've gotten scared, because I think that might encourage a couple of people to, maybe feel better about themselves right now.